Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, because this is going to be my review for part 2, the Batwoman portion, which was, pretty evident in the episode that you could mistake it for a Supergirl episode, I guess, in some aspects, but you could sort of tell it was a Batwoman episode, and I think this is pretty much just entitled Hour 2. But of course, spoiler alert, if you have not watched the episode, don't continue unless you obviously don't care about getting spoiled, but if you do care about getting spoiled, don't continue, because we're going to be talking about all the major moments and the various things that are going to be building up over the next couple of episodes that build from this episode, if that's English. But of course, if you're going to enjoy the video and you're continuing watching the video, let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on this episode. What was your favorite part? What was your least favorite part? Any theories you have building from it? Let me know all of them in the comments section down below. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, why not drop a like on it to show your support? So the main thing to take from yesterday's episode, or part 1, whenever you watch the, part 1, is that Earth 38 was destroyed. We were able to save 3 billion people from there. Unfortunately, Oliver Queen also died, but in doing so and, standing up for a bit longer, he actually saved an extra billion people. So that's pretty much what you need to know going into this episode. And Oliver dying sort of messes with the Monitor's plan. But we do start off the episode by seeing Sarah, Kara, and Kate. All ladies, all with 4-letter names. Yep, they're all there. They're at Star Labs, which I thought was surprising. I was like, okay, Star Labs. But anyway, now they're having a drink in memory of Oliver. But then we see Harbinger and Monitor arrive, and they actually need Ray's lab from the Wave Rider. And they don't actually need their Wave Rider, because pretty much they set up, okay, this is why we won't bring in the other Legends, because we told them they won't bring in another crossover. So we're not using the Earth 1 Legends Wave Rider. Which makes you think none of the other ones are going to be appearing, which is surprising. They just need a Wave Rider. So this takes us to Earth 74, where, funnily enough, Leonard Snart, aka Captain Cold, is the Gideon. He's the voice on the ship, which I thought was awesome just to have him there. I thought it was a very surprising little cameo thing there. So he's the Gideon, and also Mick Rory, or Heatwave, is the only person on here. Essentially, he took ownership of the Wave Rider after the others retired. So he's basically squatting there. That's probably the best word to use. He's just taken ownership of it. But now, well, we need it for Crisis. But speaking of Mick, we had that baby crying scene when the Monitor was trying to tell them about the Paragons and, what they have to do now due to what's happened with Oliver. And this was obviously meant to be serious, but I thought this scene was actually pretty damn funny. I don't think it was stupid. I thought it was just, a good use of comedies, and we find out that Mick is the baby whisperer, takes baby Jonathan Kent, and he stops crying. But we do have the Monitor eventually tell the remaining group there of the Paragons, as well as the news, or the information, that he retrieved the Book of Destiny in the time stream. So obviously it was destroyed in Elseworlds, but he's gone back in time and found a perfect moment to pick it out of the time stream. When that perfect moment was, we'll never know, I guess, but he's got it. But in regards to these Paragons, we find out that Kara is the Paragon of Hope, Sarah is the Paragon of Destiny, and there's other clues out there. So we find out there's another Kryptonian out there who's another Paragon who has lost more than any mortal man, and he's the Paragon of Truth, and the other is the Bat of the Future. They don't say Batman or anything like that. It's the Bat of the Future, and this person is the Paragon of Courage. And apparently this Battle of the Future is on Earth 99, I think it was. Now, we do have that Kara and Lex reunion, and obviously Kara is not very happy. Now, this was a big question that was always brought up pretty much since, when Oliver died and the Monitor just didn't do anything, was that he was actually able to bring back Lex Luthor. When he died at the end of Supergirl last season, he was able to bring him into his little area, bring him back to life and all that, so why couldn't he do that to Oliver? But we find out he was able to do that to Lex, but not Oliver, because he had more power at that stage and the crisis hadn't started and everything like that. So that's what's happening there, and that's why Oliver, in this episode, is attempted to be brought back to life by different means. Now we have Harbinger tripping out. Now she's hearing this thing stop it before he finds the book, and this is what ringing through her head and stuff like that. And we find out that Lex Luthor is there and he's battling with the Book of Destiny, but apparently it's all part of the Monitor's plan, which is very crazy dude. And I was thinking to myself, okay, who's that going to end up being in her mind? Is it the person that ends up being in the episode? Is it someone else? I was sort of curious. But we'll come back to that Harbinger stuff at the end of the episode, because it's pretty much the cliffhanger. But we do go to Earth 99, where we have Kate and Kara attempting to go find the Paragon of Courage, this future Bat, or the Bat of the Future. Now we see a very different Luke Fox. If you watch Batwoman, he's, Lucius Fox's son. Very different, almost like douchebag Luke Fox, but like trying to be like a drug lord. I don't know, some weird stuff. But we do meet future Bruce Wayne in an exoskeleton due to a lifetime of just taking a toll on his body and all this, which is, a play on the Kingdom Come Batman or Bruce Wayne. But it was revealed that Kate died 5 years previously to this. We also find out this Batman is a murderer and everything like that. There's like articles and everything like that. The public knows he's just this murdering, I wouldn't say, oh no, do we say psychopath? Murdering bat, we'll just say. And, as I said before, it's like all this stuff building up and just taking a toll on him. But this Bruce does blame himself for Kate's death and he's very emotional about that. Like, that's another toll on him. Now, we do have that Luke Fox scene with like Kara in like the trophy cabinet, if you want to call it. I thought Luke Fox was coming onto her for a second. I was like, where's this going? But we see like a Joker card, a Riddler cane. There was something else. Was that meant to be like Mr. Freeze's like the globe that he'd have, like for his wife and everything like that? Was that it? Like the snow globe? I think that's what it was. I'm not 100% sure. And also some broken and bloody Clark Kent glasses. And we found out that this Bruce Wayne or Batman killed him, and Superman was the reason that this Bruce Wayne or Batman is in that exoskeleton. So this ain't a good Batman, everything, like he's just this murderer, decrepit, everything's just gone bad for him down the line. But this is possibly where I think maybe the episode went overboard, and I think this was a scene they didn't have to have. So Kate accidentally, that needs to be said, accidentally kills Bruce when she goes to protect Kara because he's got like kryptonite in his exoskeleton, wants to kill Kara and everything like that, and she gets in his way, like roundhouse kicks him or something like that, and he falls into like an electrical thing, gets electrified and dies. I don't think this necessarily had to happen because I know this is going to go crazy on Twitter. Oh my god, because there's all the thing about Batwoman and everything like that. Personally, I've never been on board like Bat woke woman and everything like that, all that silly stuff you see online. But this is just going to fuel that, and I don't think this needed to happen. I don't think Kate had to, I know it was accidentally, but like, commit manslaughter, I guess, even though it was self-defense, because anyway, whatever. It wasn't really, because Batman was going for Kara, but did that have to happen? I don't think it had to. I think she could have earned being what she becomes or is told that she is in a different way. You know what I mean? I don't think they had to have her kill Batman, even though you could make a very good statement that this Batman probably deserved to die, or at least be punished for what he had done. But I thought they could have done it in a different way. But we go to Earth 75, and I was like, okay, what's on Earth 75? And like we find out that Superman is dead. It's like a Death of Superman reference, like the one we saw in the trailer and everything like that. So that's like the first example of Lex Luthor going around, because he's going around to kill all the Supermen in the multiverse. So he's being a bit crazy there. But this ends up taking us to Earth 167, the Smallville Earth. I think we're all looking forward to this, and as soon as we got there, were we missing the Smallville theme song? I guess they used it in Elseworlds last season, so they probably couldn't have done it here. It would have been cool if it was playing on like a radio or something in the distance, but we didn't get that. Now, obviously, Lex Luthor is president on this Earth because they're going off the Smallville everything, so he knows that this isn't like his Lex trying to get him. But the scene with him and Lex Luthor, like the Clark Kent on Smallville's Earth and the Lex Luthor that we have, I thought was pretty good. And the big shock was when he pulls out the kryptonite, it just doesn't do anything to him. And I was like, hold on, what's going on here? And we find out that this Clark Kent or Superman has given up his powers, and this is so he can have a family. And I thought this was actually a really nice way to wrap up the character. I know there's people that are angry because they wanted him to suit up, but if you really expected this Clark Kent, who never properly suited up on his own show, to suit up on this show, on a different show, and X amount of years later, I don't know what you're thinking. Like, he was never going to suit up. I don't think he was ever going to suit up. And I thought this was a really nice way to wrap up this character, because we'll never see him again. And also just the end scene with Lois and having all those throwbacks to her calling him Smallville and everything like that, and just the banter between them too, which was like in the show, I thought was great. I know there's people complaining. I don't know if the people complaining are Smallville fans or they're just people that wanted to see another Superman. I'm unsure. Let me know. Did you like that scene or did you completely hate it? Because for me, I thought it was the perfect way to wrap up those characters, and I guess just that world of characters as well. Now, we got to go to Earth 96, and this is where we find the Kingdom Come version. The Brandon Routh played Superman. We got the funny interaction with, the Clark on that Earth and the Earth 38 Lois, as well as the two Clarks as well. And this actually leads us to hearing the Kingdom Come background for where we are now. So this is like the Joker gassing the Daily Planet and killing everyone, and Clark's the only one to survive because, well, he's goddamn Superman. So they really lived up to that, and they played off that very well. But obviously, the John Williams music, awesome. We hear it multiple times as well. That was amazing to hear. Now, one thing that was pretty surprising was Lex coming in and making the Kingdom Come Superman evil. And we get like a Superman versus Superman fight. Pretty damn epic. More music there, which is really cool. I thought it was a really cool scene. Now, the Ray and Clark scene, so obviously both played by Brandon Routh, was pretty funny as well. But we also have Clark around this time confirm that he has his son Jason from the Superman Returns movie, because people were wondering, why would he go and help if he's got a son and everything like that? Well, he confirms that. I guess you could argue, well, is he just left his son there because Lois is dead and everything like that? That's another question, I guess, and we're not going to answer that right here. But throughout the episode, Ray Palmer is actually building a Paragon detector to locate the final three throughout the episode. Unfortunately, it's actually not used to that because it locates them on the Wave Rider, and it actually is revealed that Kate is the Paragon of Courage because of what she'd done to protect Kara and everything like that, and against that, you know, I guess evil Bruce, if you want to call him. Now, this is exactly what I thought once she protected protected Kara and did what she did. I was like, there must be a reason for that. And then I thought, oh, she's probably the Paragon of Courage because it said Bat of the Future. You know, it didn't say Batman of the future or anything like that. So it made sense along that way. I still believe that I think they went a bit too far, maybe. But this doesn't hint at the final three, though. So next episode, we're going to be locating this. Well, you have to assume in next episode, we're locating this final three. Black Lightning, Ryan Choi, and one more maybe. So that'll be interesting. But also throughout the episode, we had Barry think up the idea about the Lazarus Pits as an option for bringing back Oliver. Now, Constantine is brought in as well, as Mia wants, you know, to go along with this as well. And this actually takes them to Earth 18, I think it was, North Dakota. Now, Jonah Hex shows up. It's a different looking version of Jonah Hex on this Earth. Doesn't have like burn scars and everything like that on his face. Obviously, Sarah does cut his face to sort of give him those, but Oliver is actually revived, but it's the bloodlust. Like Constantine is unable to get his soul back, so this will be something that we do next episode as well. I think what we're going to see there is that his soul is trapped on Leanne Yu, whether it's like literally or just figuratively. We're going to have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, we got Oliver's like alive now, but it's not our Oliver. It's a bit crazy Oliver. But the final bit of the episode is us still seeing Harbinger in that trippy thing she's going through, and she's called by someone, like when she went to sort of stop Lex Luthor, and she's transported somewhere, and it's actually the Anti-Monitor, and he needs her, and there is work to be done. Now, this is exactly like in the comics. I'm not going to spoil what happens, but next episode, man, a lot could happen. If you read the comic, you know exactly what I'm referring to. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. It could be very juicy, very tasty, and I'm looking forward to it. But overall, do I think this episode was better than part one? I'm undecided. I really like the callbacks, but I think as a story and the progression of the story in this episode, it didn't really feel like they were doing much. It just felt like here's a lot of fan service, which, don't get me wrong, I love the fan service, but it didn't feel like the story really progressed that much out of like a few elements, while in episode one, a lot of different things happened. And I know that was the start and you expected, but I still think due to that, maybe part one was better. But I probably have to rewatch this episode to make that decision up. So, I don't know. I really loved the episode. There was only a few things that I sort of was like, I wasn't like the biggest fan of. And I thought they did wrong. But overall, this episode was really strong. And, you know, continuing on the strong crossover that it looks like we're going to be having. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show your support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on what we went over. What was your favorite part? What part didn't you like? Do you have any theories and everything like that? Who do you think the 3 remaining Paragons are? Let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.